Morning, Trainiacs.
Morning.
'Tis a day of fun working out. We are talking about an hour on the fat bike, the P-Hat bike, and then a brick, doing a 25-minute run after, then a little bit of core work. Then, I don't think I've taken you on an actual tour of the place. I've just pointed cameras in different directions. You've had to like snoop around my shoulder to check it out. Let's give you a little tour. Fun fact about fat bikes is the tires run at anywhere from like a 2 to a 6 PSI. So you need a special gauge or a special pump that actually reads down to that low. 6. That's about as high as you want for perfect conditions. 6 as well. All right, let's roll. You start getting down to those lower PSIs when it's a lot more snowy and loose and the traction is rough. Those snowmobilers know how to make warm mitts, I tell you.
That was the hardest part.
Ow! You fall on this. Oh. My shin took a hard beaner. Oh. Let's just activate those juicy glutes of mine so they're ready for the run. So that was an hour on the fat bike, 20 minutes of exercise in the side bum. Right there, glute med. About 2.8 miles, 4.5K in 25 minutes, ending at a 6:40 per mile pace, just gradually building up. As usual, allow me to clean myself up and then we'll show you around the place. There's no stucco on the outside. We just ran out of fall, so give it a couple months, garage company will come back and they'll put that on. Now, come into the crib. Okay, so you've seen little tidbits of this place, but let me tell you what's what and why it's what. So here we have custom cabinetry that was made by the company that my dad used to own. I've tried to make it as efficient as possible because we went from 982 square feet down to 720 square feet. I've done two things to make it super efficient. Is one, there's rollouts so that everything at the back is really easy to access. And two, everything is labeled. I don't want to spend any time on finding things just by thinking about where it is. Camera bags, tripods, Jenga AF. This is where we've got Jenga that we play with the pros, jumbo Jenga just for us. Everyone wants to know what's in the fridge. We've got pop, if that's your thing. We don't have La Croix, so we've got Make Believe La Croix for Canadians. A couple of beers that have been untouched since we bought them. Water, nothing too fancy. Coffee, poo mug. A lot of people have said, how do you heat this place? Because it gets down to, minus 30 Celsius. We're talking like minus 30 Fahrenheit. This is just a house furnace, and the walls are insulated to R20, ceiling's insulated to R40. So this place is insulated just like a house. This is like bike shop central. As I'm working on the bike, everything that I need is here. I don't have to go looking throughout the house. I've got bike parts down there, bike cleaning supplies, and then these are all like my construction tools here because I did a lot of the work myself. And back there I've got cardboard that we can lay down so that in the winter I can still clean my bike stuff on the inside without it being just too much of a disaster. We've got 4 of these inside on the wall. Early on when we first moved in, people were saying, man, it's echoey in here. And that was because everything is just a hard surface and the sound is bouncing off. These are sound panels, and I'm gonna end up wrapping them in photography. Even though we're down 250 square feet, we have more storage now than we had before. Got my recovery boots, drawer here with chews, gels, salt stick caps, SOS electrolyte drink. 1, 2, 3 saddles. Same thing if I forgot to put on chamois cream, Nog rear lights and headlight. The standing desk area, Mel works here about 90% of the time, and I only work here about 2% of the time. This was my idea, and I rarely use it because I find that I'm hunched over, and I've actually got a mount coming so that this can get up nice and close to my face. All of the various camera lenses that we use, nice telephoto lens that we shoot a lot of the action shots at a camp or during a race with. A couple old posters from my old curling days. Very classy individual. This is going to start being filled out as I start getting more bikes and more places to put them. That is the Ceres Show-Off. You can actually hang a bike on it. It lights up, and in the dark, you got yourself a very nice display little light. Storage of all the weightlifting and cross-training stuff that I've got. I'm gonna end up building some racking for this so that it's not just lying on the floor, and I'm using the vertical space, like gym mats, so that I can drop weights on them. They're nice and cushioned. This is where I spend a fair bit of time when I've got to do some paperwork. And I ended up building this dining room table on wheels. If you look way up there, that thing can hold lights, it can hold a camera with an attachment that we've got, and that's how we get that nice top-down shot for 2 camera angles when I'm doing product videos. I think as we start live streaming workouts in here, I can set up a few of those and mount cameras from nice different angles. But let's get into the area that everyone wants to know about, the heart of the pain cave, which is over here. This is where I spend most of my time. I want to say this is a 53-inch flat screen, and I've ended up hooking up a Polk speaker and woofer down there. So it works as a Google Max, it works as a speaker for the TV, and it works as a speaker for when we go on Zwift. And this, I think, is what everyone wants to know about, how I've set up this. Bike is set up with the Wahoo KICKR, and I hook up the Wahoo KICKR to an old iPhone that I've got. The old iPhone then Apple TVs to the TV, and then I get the tunes hooked up to my other phone to play through the speaker. The treadmill right next to it, and everything is right here so that when I want to do a brick workout, I can transition over really quickly. And this is the ProForm iFit 995i power model. I get a lot of questions about what treadmill I've got. I'm not sure if everyone wants to hear that or not. Hit the like button below if you do want to see a video reviewing that treadmill. But that's it. 720 square feet, and out of here, we can do way more than we could at the old studio for a heck of a lot less money, more money for bike parts, and the commute, as you saw, is a grand total of about 18 steps. Thanks, Trainiacs. We'll see you.